Warning. The following program contains strong language and subject matter which may be offensive to some viewers and/or inappropriate for children. The content within this program is intended for mature audiences only.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Inside the Drag Closet, the interactive vodcast where we talk about all things drag and some things that aren't. Who knows? We're really just here to have a good time. We have an amazing episode planned for you this evening. We have the future of drag. We have the incredible SEDUSA Moore joining us this evening, as well as the incredible Ava Rage. Both have been watching the show and both have gotten their start in drag in the last 2 years. So we thought it was important to talk to the next generations of drag. Of course, my beautiful co-host will be the incredible Amethyst Diamond this evening, and she is here and she is in drag. But before we get too heavy into everything, I wanted to greet you all with a little who, what, and where. Who am I? My name is Jade. I'm a drag artist based out of Pennsylvania. I love the art of drag, and I love being able to play with color. What am I wearing? I am actually wearing the first outfit I wore on Inside the Drag Closet over 2 years ago. The dress still fits too. Look at that. She looks incredible. Nope. She looks incredible from this side. Yep, still fits. Anyway, it's been a weird couple years. I'm wearing a beautiful jewelry set by Rocks by Cox. My makeup tonight is Wet n Wild. My eyes are Kimchi Chic. I want to bring this out. It is the Happy Palette. My lighting is great. Does that influencer thing work? Is that it? Yep, the Happy Palette by Kimchi Chic. It is beautiful. I absolutely adore this palette. My lips are my favorite, the Lip Bar. My lashes are bulk ordered from Amazon. And my hair is actually, I haven't worn this hair in a long time, but I'm actually wearing 4 different pieces on my head. That little bit right there, that's my natural hair. This is bangs, and I have a wig on top of a wig going on. So yeah, where can you find me? You can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. In a few weeks, you can catch me at Divas Down Under. We are having our spring spectacular drag show with Krishnara Sparks Diamond, Eileen O'Brennan, Amethyst Diamond, Poison, Jade, Pola Frost, and Alizayla Diamond. That'll be March 3rd at 10:30 p.m. at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. We also have 2 new gigs coming up at the end of March. Drag Me to the Tavern. This is the poster for round 2 because round 1 sold out within a week. So we had to add a second show on the same night. So we are going to be there for hours. That's at the Tavern. Let me make sure I have the address up here. That'll be at 4975 St. Leonard Road. I don't know why my brain just checked out for a second. I know why. I have a cold, which is why I'm holding tissues. I have been sick all day, and I don't know why, but it hit me out of nowhere, so we're gonna keep going. Want to check in on the comment section. Dawn is here. Hi, Dawn. How are you? One of our woo boys for Inside the Drag Closet. Good to see you, baby. Jess is here. She was at Divas Down Under this past week. Hey, darling. Some new names. Fantastic Lisa Heiselman. Hello, darling. And Rami Torres. Hello, darling. How are you? My good friend Josh is here. Hi, darling. Tabitha is watching. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Speaking of Alizé, she is here as well. As is the incomparable Aurora F. Sterling, who I was on the phone with earlier today. Long time no see. Oh, lots of people checking in. Ellen is watching. Evelyn Phantasma is watching this evening. Good to see you, baby. wow, just getting better, Queen. Thank you so much. I try. I wanted to do something different today. Just says hydrate and vitamin C, my love. I'm doing my best. It's that level of like everything's coming out, but it's coming out liquid form. So it's just it's going to be a graphic evening. Amethyst is watching. She says, share the love and share the live. That is right. Make sure you are sharing Inside the Drag Closet. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. So the more you share, the more people watch, and the more we get to spread some joy. And one more person here from Winchester, Virginia. Hello, Lee. How are you? Well, I want to bring in my beautiful co-host this evening. You know her and love her. She just competed for Miss Gay America, and while she did not snatch the crown, she snatched the hearts of America. So I hope you are ready to show some love to my sister, Amethyst Diamond.
Hi, kids.
Hey, baby, how are you?
Great, and yourself?
I am doing fantastic. Do you want to give the kids a little who, what, where?
Absolutely, bring it on. Hey, kids, what's going on? Welcome to Wednesday night. It is time yet again for Inside the Drag Closet. I believe we are at episode 121. Is that right, Jade? 121?
That is correct.
This one, awesome. Well, let's see what we have going on here. So this lovely hair was made by Miss Continental herself. Her name is Sunny Delight of Delight Designs. This is the burgundy blend of the Disco Down. That's the style of the wig. Check her out. Definitely want to check her out. I have about 6 or 7 of her pieces, and they're absolutely fabulous. Very easy to wear, very easy to maintenance. The makeup tonight is mostly Morphe, a little bit of MAC smeared on here and there. The frock tonight, this is just a champagne sequin jacket that I got from, of course, Fashion Nova. I'm wearing it for the first time. Just wanted to throw it on. It shows the girls off a little bit. You know what I mean? And, of course, the most important part, the jewels. The jewels tonight, very nice. These are by a lovely artist by the name of Callie Black. Caliblaq. Callie Black. She does wonderful work. She does gigantic work, which I love. So yeah, and these are just bracelets that I made myself. Where can you find me? I am all over the damn place. I live in South Central Pennsylvania, but I travel the Quad State area, Virginia, West Virginia, Delaware, Maryland. Still working on Jersey and New York, but there's time. What else? Where can you find me on social media? You can find me every other Wednesday right here on Inside the Drag Closet at 8:30 live. You can also find me on Facebook under Amethyst Diamond, and you can find me on my Instagram under Amethyst_Diamond1. Are we ready to have a good time tonight, my sissy pants?
I think we are. I am super excited about tonight. I did want to, before we get into it, give a huge shout out to our Patreons tonight. Let me get their names scrolling down here. Lori, Orion, Vicky, Robin, Daniel, Chanel, Estee, Jeremy, Corey, Jess, Josh, and Jake. Thank you all so much. I have a very important message to make. I actually have commissioned new artwork of the two of us, so that new merch is on its way.
You hear that, Jeff? You hear that, Jeff? You're getting another t-shirt, honey.
Damn right. If you would like some of our current merch, you can always go over to my website, which is www.jadedevere.com/merch. We still have lots of stuff up there, but we've got new stuff in the works because it's been a minute. We've been very focused on other endeavors, but now we are back in the saddle and ready to ride.
We're busy women, Jade. We're very busy women.
Very busy. Speaking of busy, I'm very excited about our guests this evening because the two of them have been working incredibly hard to make names for themselves in the drag community, which sometimes is not an easy feat.
It is not. And the fact that both of these young adolescent adults are starting at such a very young age, and they're already entrepreneurs and they're already asking the right questions. To see that kind of commitment and that kind of drive in someone so young who decides to take on this as a career, is inspirational. And I feel as elders in the community, it's our responsibility to really take care of the ones who really want to make this something big for themselves. So our two guests tonight our sisters are doing it for themselves. They're very smart. They're very innovative. They're fun to be around. We have Ava Rage tonight. She's 18 years old. And we also have Dakota. Why do I call her SEDUSA? That's what you get because she makes fun of me all the time. And she's 21, brand new. She's a costume designer and maker, and she has some lovely things I'm sure she's going to show us later. But yeah, to see people at that age really want to make this something of themselves, it's our duty as elders to take them under our wing. So we welcome them to Inside the Drag Closet tonight.
I agree. And let us start with the baby of the show this evening. Like you
I'm
said,
right here.
she is. Oh, you have a birthday coming up very soon, by the way, ma'am.
Yes, I do. I do accept gifts of all forms.
Accurate. I'm so happy for you, but my birthday's closer. Mine's in 4 days.
I know. I know. You'll always be older than me, dear.
In 4 days, I'm turning the big 4-4.
4-4. So you're 8. I add them together. It makes it easier.
That's accurate. That's so
That's
true.
accurate. It is.
But let us welcome to Inside the Drag Closet the incredible and the beautiful Ava Rage.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, girl.
Hi, loves.
Look at you. Look at you. Just stunning in your little gaga hair there. I love that.
Just a little put together stupid love moment.
Little pussycat. Little pussycat going on. Mm-hmm. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm
Why
good.
don't you give the kids a little who, what, where about you?
Well, I'm Ava Rage Vane, daughter of Chastity Vane. What am I wearing? My hair is Tiki Treasures. A lot of what I'm wearing is Amazon Airways. And where can you find me? You can find me on TikTok, where I post content Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm always on Instagram too. Not on Twitter yet. But yeah, that's where you can find me. And then here on Facebook, of course.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Lord, you're my sister's kid. No wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, that Chastity Vane. Lord have mercy.
Love
That
her.
all facts.
I have to admit, she is my favorite sister, so it's okay. She's my favorite Maryland sister. Should I say Jade is my favorite? Jade was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
Hold up.
We love
Someone
you
call my
too.
Eric. This bitch.
Not today.
So, Ava, what made you decide to start doing drag?
Yes.
I mean, honestly, it's been like, when I say I was born to do drag, I was born to do drag. Because there's been so many steps when I look back in my life that are like, oh yeah, that connected to this to get me to where I am today right now. Like I was a cheerleader, so there's where that performance came in. That's where the critiques, we have to listen to critiques to see how your jumps are better. I was always an art kid, so this drag right here, honey, this is art.
Okay.
I used to sing. I'm not singing. I don't sing no more. But I was in choir, so that's also another aspect of performance. Yeah, I've just been, I'm born for this, and I've been gay, so see, that adds to it. Even though straight people do it, but
That helps a smidge, just a smidge. If you're
it's,
gay, gays just know how to do stuff, you know.
they do. They do.
We do. We do.
I think it's you have to kind of have that go-getter attitude when you're in our community because, every day there's just another news article about people trying to take our rights away and stuff like that. So
Yeah, that too. I've always been like very upfront about just like activism for my community. Like that right there in itself. They're just like you have to be there for yourself and in the future.
Exactly. So two things about what you had just said, Ava. I love when I hear, it's amazing when we think back on our earlier lives and the things that we did, whether it be in high school, a hobby we had, something we were into earlier in life, and to now see ourselves as drag entertainers and how much influence that had on you, as far everything that you said earlier, that you did earlier in life now plays out into you to being a drag entertainer. You know what I mean? So that's like with me, with my fine dining and hospitality background, that really plays into how I am comfortable talking to people in front of a microphone and how easily it is for me to orchestrate an evening as far as making a lineup, gathering a cast, telling people what's needed, what's not needed, and where they need to be. It's great that your history is a part of your present, which will be also a part of your future. So that's great.
Yep.
I love that. Of all of the, a very popular question is, what is your favorite part about doing drag? But I want to ask you, what is your least favorite part about doing drag?
What's my least favorite part? I would say getting into it the first time. Like when you just putting on makeup for me right now, learning and everything. Um, Putting the makeup on is always like hit or miss. Um, I'm sure it'll get better. I mean, today, like, look at the makeup today, honey. But yeah, that's I think my least favorite part of it. But I would say my best part to counteract that would definitely be getting all of it off. It's like shedding another skin. I love and the perfume. That's my favorite part too. I love perfume.
I love that. I like to smell good and I like to take it off.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love it.
Valid.
Yeah,
That's a career.
that is
Yeah.
a career. That is the best part. Taking it off definitely is nice.
So, Ava, one of the big things that, drew our attention to you, especially Amethyst, is your willingness to learn. Where does that come from?
Honestly, I don't know where it comes from, but I think if I want to do something and I really want to do it, I have my heart set on it and I want to do it the right way. I don't want to like do something wrong and then I'm disappointed that it could have been this. Of course, you're going to go through situations where like, oh, this could have been better, this could have been better, this could have been better. But I just want to, be the best I can be and, grow. So,
And that's the best thing you can do for yourself as a young entertainer is listen.
yes.
Honestly, that's good advice for anybody.
Hmm.
Honestly, you have to really listen, and then you have to apply the knowledge that you've been given. I just recently, I'm head judge for a competition in Hagerstown. So you think you can drag,
Yes.
um, and it was so cool because before the last challenge, each contestant was assigned to a judge. And they were told you have 30 seconds to have a conversation with your judge of how you can better yourself. The contestant came over to me. She was looking me dead in my eye and she heard everything I said. I said, I don't want you to worry about theatrics. I don't want you to go out there and dance and throw your body all over the floor. I said, I want you to go out there and I want you to tell me a story. Baby, when I tell you she went on that stage and was a completely different person after listening to me, she ended up winning that night, which was great as well. But she listened to me and I seen it, and it was so rewarding for me to know that she took what I said seriously. You know what I mean? We're not going to steer you wrong. We want to see you succeed. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And you are constantly asking the right questions all the time, like the right ones. Not what kind of makeup should I be using, not this, that, and the third. It's how do I carry myself? How do I better myself? How do I become a better entertainer? Like,
Hmm.
so that's why I was so excited to have you on the show because you're going to be and already are an incredible entertainer. So, and those things, those minor details are the things that matter most. And you listen. So you're going to be great.
Thank you
No
so much.
doubt.
No, that means so much.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Already just getting to know you in the last like hour and a half and knowing you've been watching the show and everything, I love, it's not just a willingness to learn, but it's a humility that as drag performers we tend to have egos. I mean, it happens. But
Yes.
you are so like, you're a sponge for knowledge right now. But you also like, I hope you realize how ridiculously gorgeous you are right now.
Thank you. I mean, I know a little bit, but thank you. Oh my God.
And
Nothing
that's
wrong with
the
that
right
confidence,
response.
girl.
No,
Don't let
cool.
anybody stop that confidence
Good.
ever.
Yes.
Yep.
Cocky, another thing.
Cocky is a different story.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. No queen wants big cocky.
No.
Right.
Wait.
Stay humble, baby. Listen and stay humble. Please. Please.
Yes, always. I mean, that humility really does come from my drag name. When I first started, I was really thinking hard about what my drag name would be. Like, I wasn't going to get into any of it until I had my name because that is your brand. Um,
Absolutely.
so when I was thinking about names, I was like thinking about what really resonated with me and what my past and what people would take, like, told me. And
Well,
that's when it came to Ava Rage. The no, not a lot of people understand this at first. Some people do, some people don't. But it's average, and people would make me feel like I was average. So then I built up rage because people made me feel that way. So then, yeah, Ava Rage.
That is so stinking cool, and I have such a even higher appreciation for you now after explaining that to me. That's so cool. I love that.
Yeah.
Rage on, baby. Rage on.
I love a compelling story about a drag name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like mine is not that story. Like mine is very. I was confronted at a show and I didn't have a drag name yet, so I verbal diarrhea Jade DeVere, and here I am.
she vomited herself.
I
I
sure
love it.
did.
And I mean, mine is my birthstone. So I mean, it's not as cool as your story, Ava, but you know, I feel like I was born to be Amy D. You know what I mean? That's my claim to fame. So yeah, it's my birthstone, but that's I love that.
Not the D.
Absolutely. Mama D in the house.
So we do have another queen to interview, but Ava, are you going to hang out with us for after the break?
Yes, of course.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We'll be back with you in a little bit.
You.
Oh, I adore her.
Isn't she cute? Ain't she
Oh,
adorable?
adorbs and
Uh-huh.
clever and smart and willing to learn like that. Those are all of the things a newer drag performer needs to have to
Needs.
grow and to kind of make a good name for themselves. You know, there are a lot of
Absolutely.
very established drag performers like you and I are,
Yeah.
but you know, you come in with an attitude, we're not going to care for that.
It stinks, and we're going to tell you about it.
Exactly.
It stinks. You know, there's enough pie for all of us, and we don't need you coming in here trying to eat all of it. So, yeah, no, keep your fruit flies to yourself, honey.
Yes, that.
Let it go. Let it go.
Exactly. You ready for our next girl?
Sure, why not bring her on? I love this little bitch.
Right. I heard you two were having a really good time this past week,
She's,
just throwing shade at each other.
she's a good time girl. She's all right.
I love it. Everybody, put your hands together for the incredible SEDUSA Moore. Hey, girl.
That bitch.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Ready to give us a little who, what, where about you?
I am.
Go for it.
Who am I? I am SEDUSA Moore. I am in the PA area, but I do love to travel for drag. What am I wearing? I have some Morphe. I'm a Derma blend kind of girl, so. And then the hair is from my drag mother. She does amazing hair. Look at her, clock her. Some of y'all could never. Look at me. But then, where can you find me? I'm on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter if you're nasty.
And PayPal and Venmo.
Very true. Very true.
And the corner of Georgia Market. Oh, yeah.
Behind the dumpster. We have to keep it classy.
Absolutely. She's filthy. Don't let her fool you. She is filthy. Trash. Trash at its finest.
Days and in Y.
Derek just said your background looks like an episode of What You Packin', and I do want to point out, what do you have there behind you?
Yeah.
So the hot pink gown that you see, well, it's on my right, it might be on your left, but it's reversible sequins. That was the very first gown I made myself, and I just recently performed in it. Has cute little hip cutouts because I'm very sexy when I perform. I love showing body. For all of you that don't know, I have 5-inch hip pads, so the girl got shape. And for you that don't know, also I'm fat, so I got man tits. Look at these, so I can just rock the naturals. So yep. So there's that. It's a mermaid style gown over here. Oh, right there. Then on the other side is a lovely cat suit made out of coral sequins. And I just recently learned how to construct a cat suit and insert gloves into the sleeves. So everything's attached. So then I also learned how to attach heels into a cat suit as well.
Amazing.
That's
This
probably
bitch,
difficult to get into.
like, not just a sickening performer, but also like a crafty bitch. Like, what made you decide to start making stuff?
It honestly started in high school. I took all
Wow.
4 levels of sewing in high school. And I know it's been a long time for you two girls, trust me. It's especially you, Amethyst girl. But you probably did cooking and sewing together back in high school. No,
Yes, we had home economics.
they're
I
two
had
separate
home economics.
classes.
I made a pillow.
Our first project, we had to do pajama bottoms. And then I kind of branched
Big.
off into making gowns and stuff. I did a fashion show in high school. I did 2 fashion shows in high school, actually. And it kind of just blew up from there. I went to fashion design school. Michael Kors was actually one of my professors.
Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
So, yeah, like, and people make him look like such a rude person. He's really not. He's the most truthful person I think I know.
Truth hurts sometimes, you know?
Very much
Well,
true.
As long as it's true.
Well, and
Very
there's a
much.
difference between truth and shade. And I think that's, as we're talking about drag tonight, a lot of people are just like, well, what's the difference? Shade, we've already joked about our ages and everything tonight. That's just shade. We know, like, Amethyst is not the old bitch because I'm a year older than her. So 1 foot in the grave. But, truth is, some people use truth as like an element to help you grow. Some people use it to knock you down. And
As a
yeah, don't weaponize your truth. Oh,
Mm.
That was
Own
good.
your truth. Own your truth. Get those titties up there, girl.
Oh, they farted.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm dainty.
she's a lady.
Chest compressions.
My
Anyway,
little-
And we're back.
and we're back. That's what tonight's gonna be. Just a
Is this my
tangent after
camera?
tangent.
Is this my camera?
Is that thing on?
This the one. This thing on.
That camera must be broken.
Right? It still got me in the frame.
I'm gonna cut her. I'm going to cut her.
Okay.
I already told you my address. Pull up.
Speaking of which, Jada Sparks was telling you, why you throwing out Georgian Market? That's her corner.
That's exactly why I threw that out, because you are a slut.
Oh.
Oh my god! And this is shade. So
Is it?
this is emotionally damaging. So SEDUSA, what made you start doing drag?
Much like Ava, I was always the artsy, crafty kid. And then it kind of like grew on me, and I kind of just got into bigger and better things. Like, it went from taking all the art classes to doing all the sewing classes. And then I got introduced to drag for the first time from a local queen, actually, near me, named Phoebe Fox.
Yeah.
And I was actually a manager at Ross Dress for Less. And Phoebe came strolling in one night and stopped dead in her tracks because I was talking about how I sew. And she's like, make something for me. And I'm like, okay. Gave her one of my business cards. Kind of went from there. She's the one that very, like, got me into drag for the first time. She's the one that kind of inspired me. Like, I mean, yes, granted, we have 2 different drag aesthetics, but girl, I love her. And I kind of just grew from there.
So it's Phoebe's fault.
She is unfortunately the one that put me into drag for the first time.
And I used to respect her up until now.
Oh, oh my god, this finger really hurts.
I bet it does because it's constantly up your ass.
I can't with you.
honey, honey, I got the time, baby. I got the time.
She came in tonight and she was like, I feel like acting up. And I was like, girl, act up. Have fun.
I got the time. You ain't see no crown on my head tonight, honey. I'm finna act up.
I love her.
Oh,
She's like I said backstage, she is one of the few queens that I really enjoy working with because she knows how to take a joke, she can dish it, and she can take it very professionally as well.
It's love. It's just love. It's just love. If you can't make fun of yourself, you're in the wrong profession if you're a drag queen.
hello.
Sorry. There's a level of wit and shade and fun and personality that is just a huge mixture of drag. It's just what it is. You know, if you want to come for me, come for me. I'm okay with who I am. You ain't coming for me. I don't hear that shit. But if you want to banter back and forth and have a good time and make each other laugh, which is what I'm about backstage, then I'm going to be playful with you, obviously.
Yeah.
And in the same term, you're welcome to be playful with me. Some bitches say some shit to me and I die laughing. Like,
what kind of play are we talking about? No, I'm just kidding.
not like that. And we're done here. She's canceled. But yeah, no, I love that
backstage experience. Like it's like we are. If people didn't know any, I say this about me and my husband all the time. If people didn't know any better, they would think we hated each other. But we just rip each other apart. We have such a good time. Like it's all in fun.
It's all in fun. And it's more importantly, own your truth. If someone thinks they're going to come for you, but look, if you want to shut people down quick enough, tell people your shit before they try to tell it to everybody else. You know what I mean? If someone thinks they're going to come for you and people already know your business, so be it. Just own your truth and be who you are. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. If you are okay with who you are, I applaud you. So please, yeah, go on. Go on. Cheers.
That.
All that. All that. Be your stupid, weird self. I love it.
Well, SEDUSA, we are going to be bringing you back after a bit of a break. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All righty. We'll chat with you again in a few minutes.
Sounds good.
Love you.
She's a gem.
Bless her heart. That's what I say.
Exactly. Bless her heart.
Bless her whole heart. Oh.
So while we have just a minute between you and me, let's first let's talk about our guest in 2 weeks.
Okay, wonderful. So in 2 weeks, hold on, I have my calendar here, which if you need a calendar, I have 5 left. There are 5. 5. If you need a calendar, I have 5. There's that. So our next guest is going to be on March 8th, Wednesday, March. No, it's not. I'm sorry. Oh, it's the day after my birthday. Take notes, everybody. My birthday is February 21st. It's a Tuesday, 21st of February. 13 days. So,
who do you share a birthday with?
I share a birthday with the one and only Miss Paula Frost.
And my friend, share a birthday with Darwin.
You do, that's right. I also share a birthday with Einstein and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, I love that.
So I'm very smart and pretty.
Yeah, I got Darwin, Abraham Lincoln, and Glenn Close.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Yep.
I love that. So yeah, February 22nd, Wednesday, February 22nd, 2 weeks from today, we have Miss Gay New York America 2022, Gia Bianca Stevens. Look at her, just a vision. A vision. And her and I share a very, 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 very awesome story. So let's see, we're in 2023 now. So a year ago, in January of 2022, her and I sat next to each other at Miss Gay America in the audience. We were there the entire week, and we watched Dextacy be crowned the next Miss Gay America. And lo and behold, we said to each other, wouldn't it be cool if a year later we were both on that stage together? And it was just so wonderful for us to be able to share that experience together from the audience perspective to a contestant's perspective. And I'm so very happy and honored that she said yes to be on our show. That will be in 2 weeks on the 22nd of February. We have Miss Gay New York America, Gia Bianca Stevens. It's going to be a hoot and a holler. You do not want to miss her. I miss her already from being at Nationals, but it's a great story we have, and she has a wonderful story as well, and I'm very happy to have her. So,
I'm
yeah.
excited. I just met her in a group chat, and we've been like kikiing. I'm so beyond, and like, I'm not gonna lie, I loved that dress at America.
Oh yes, just some Elsa realness, you know.
Oh, I want to look at it again.
We're going to talk. Yes, just look at it. Now, I believe, if I'm correct, that is Monique V who beat it and designed that. I'm pretty sure, unless it was Christina Ross, but I think it's Monique V. And of course, Coco Vega did mine. But yeah, she's a good time girl, and I can't wait to have her on the show so we can talk about our backstage shenanigans, what we think about what happened at the pageant, what we think should have happened at the pageant. We're getting the full dish for you guys. So make sure you tune in, of course, in 2 weeks on February 22nd at 8:30 live here on Facebook with Miss Gay New York America, Gia Bianca Stevens. So
I love that.
Very excited.
Let us bring our guests back, and we actually have questions for them. And if anybody out there has questions for them, go ahead and type them out, and we will be getting to all of your questions this evening. But without further ado, let us bring back to Inside the Drag Closet, Ava, Rage, and SEDUSA more.
God, yes. Yeah. Just what are you drinking? Your Yoo-Hoo, girl?
My twin.
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Oh my god.
Ava's drinking herself. That's interesting.
Yoga classes are important. Anyway.
I love it.
So, first question that we have for everyone is, what is your greatest drag goal for 2023? Let's start with SEDUSA on that one.
My greatest drag goal, I think, to be a part of a permanent cast of a show. That way I have something locked and secured down.
I like that.
That's a good goal, yeah.
Yep. Ava, same question.
Mine's to perform in more places, honestly. Like, I love Winchester. That's where I'm normally at. But I just want to go, like, out of state. I mean, I was in West Virginia not too long ago. Well, actually, that was long ago. I was there for Hagerstown Pride, but I just want to go other places, to be honest. Yeah.
I like that.
So feel free to book me, guys.
Very that.
Your biggest drag goal for this year?
My biggest drag goal for this year is just to finish out my year as Miss Gay Maryland America successfully and happily, and just have it be the utter spectacle and showcase how I feel about it to everyone else. So, you know I just won back October 1st, but I'm already planning my give up. You know what I mean? My give up is already underway. The designs, the ideas, the choreography, the costuming, it's already happening, and it's 10 months away. So, yeah, I just want this year to be, I want to be a better person for the community. I want to give back as much as I've been given and then some. Yeah, I just want to be a good person. I mean, I know that I'm already a good person, but like I really want to let everybody know how grateful and how thankful I am, and I hope I showcase that in every time that I do drag. You know what I mean? I take this very seriously. This is my job. You know, this is my purpose in life, to bring love and light to everybody, and I have enough of it to supply the entire world because I know it's contagious. So, yeah, my goal this year is to just shine brighter than I've ever shined before, and help my sisters shine bright as well. So that's my goal. Yeah.
I love that. Same here. Like, this is my first year being a full-time drag performer. Left my job in December, and this is my career now. While I have other jobs here and there, you know, I am now the lead director of the New Jersey Renaissance Fair, and I'm very excited and grateful for that opportunity. I am returning to the Pennsylvania Renaissance Fair this year, doing some more mud. So get ready. That's 11 weeks of me being squishy. But yeah, this is the career, and I'm going to keep auditioning in Orlando because that's what I want to do.
I'm very proud of you, and I admire your dedication to your craft. And
Thank you.
that needs to be acknowledged and said, because you know it's one thing for people to just compliment you, but it's another to actually stop and actually showcase your ability and your effort. So I definitely, you know, I know that I have helped you get some gigs, you know, in the past, and now you are doing that on your own. Not that you couldn't before, but I'm just so glad that that connection has been made and you've been able to grow and people have been able to truly see you outside of us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? We are a great team, but we are also great on our own too. You know what
And
I mean? So,
a huge appreciation to you. Like a lot of the gigs I have coming up are because of people you introduced me to. You know, in 2 weeks I'm back at Blue Moon. Yes, in 2 weeks I'm black.
I
It's
love that.
every month. That's where I was going with that. No, I'm back at Blue Moon. I am sick, people. That's how I get canceled. But yeah, I'm very excited to be back at Blue Moon for an evening. I'm actually down there a couple times in the next couple months.
Exactly.
Rebooked Shrimpies, which is going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, yes. Do it, sister. Do it all.
Gonna be great.
Do it all.
But let's keep these questions moving along.
Yeah.
Next question, again from hiding in plain sight. Where would you like to be personally and professionally in 5 years? Ava, we'll throw that one to you first this time.
Okay. Where would I want to be in 5 years? I want to be able to show completely. That's what I want to do. I mean, I definitely have a business side of myself where I can go to like places and I know how to talk to people and work with people. So I think hosting like my own show would be really nice in 5 years. Because I will
That
be
would be
I like that.
22, 20, I think. I think that's the math. Gays can't do math, I don't think. So
it's okay. And that's probably, you know, I remember because I started doing drag when I was a teenager as well. And until I turned a certain age, it was very difficult for me to actually take part in a lot of things that I was interested in. So you know, you're pretty limited to what you can do as far as your drag shows. You know, you can do brunches and things like that. You can probably do a lot of pride festivals, which is great. Pride festivals are a wonderful experience. So yeah, just the fact that you're putting yourself out there and you are limited because of your age, sadly, but you're still paying attention and you're still working behind the scenes.
yeah, of
So
course.
the best thing you can do. So
And
Sedusa,
networking is so important.
absolutely. Sedusa, what about you? 5 years,
Grow
personally and professionally.
personally, I think I need to grow more of a backbone and stop having people walk over me like I'm nothing.
Mm,
And I need to start speaking up for myself and stop having others speak up for me.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's the personal. And then, or do I see myself professionally in 5 years?
Yeah.
I want a full on business. Like, I want a building. I want strictly for drag queens and kings, drag entertainment. Especially teaching people how to sew, because some people need it. Uh, but yeah,
Well,
I love that. And I will do anything in my power to help facilitate that. Absolutely.
mm-hmm. And sewing is such an important skill that all drag artists should at least have the fundamentals of. I mean, how
Yes.
many times
Yeah.
have we all seen RuPaul's Drag Race? We're on season 15 now, and girls are still coming in going, I don't know how to sew.
yes.
Yeah.
get
Also,
that hot glue.
and I'm like learning and everything. That's what you have to do. It's part of the gig. It's part of your
This,
business.
the best thing you can do for yourself as an entertainer is be self-sufficient. If you don't
Yeah.
know how to do something, baby, pick it up and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to save yourself a shit ton of money, number one, and you're going to end up becoming a business.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, learn. If you don't know how to do something, pick it up and do it. Tease a wig, route a wig up, play with makeup, sew two pieces of paper together for all I care, but just learn. Like, you got to get the basics down. You can do that. Any of us can do it. It's not rocket science.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Make yourself a business. Be your own boss.
So many people are just so afraid to learn something new. Do it. It's fun. It's exciting.
It's fun. It's how you grow. You have to challenge yourself in order to grow.
The best thing you can do, I think, is just start. Like, that's how I was so like worried about doing this or that, and I just, as soon as I started it, there we go.
Exactly. Next question here. We were talking about, in drag telling a story rather than just performing. This one's directed at Ava, but we'll all answer this one. Telling a story is key. What are some of your biggest influences, Ava, and some favorite songs to perform?
Okay. I would say my number one biggest influence is Shangela, 1000%. She comes from such a home background. Like, she always says that she's from Paris, Texas. She does this, she does that. She just has made such a career for herself. Like, that is like what I want to be. Like, I look up to that 1000%.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
She's also fun to be around. If you ever get a chance to do a gig with her, do it.
Yeah, I just recently went to her Fully Lit tour in DC, and it was so good. Like, I had front row seats. I was like, girl, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, she's one that is definitely a business. She took drag and ran with it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And she thought to be the underdog in the beginning, and she's not anymore. So
Yeah, so I'm ready to be the yeah,
SEDUSA, what are some of your biggest influences?
you can say me, it's okay. And you're welcome.
I have to go to the bathroom, and I'll be right back. So I think some of my biggest influences are Laganja Estranja and Eureka O'Hara. Eureka O'Hara is a representation for us big girls. She is so stunning. And with her recently coming out as trans and me recently coming out as trans non-binary, it's a huge representation. Like, she's gorgeous. She's everything I want to be. I'm not even gonna lie. Down, like, everything. Laganja is just a natural beauty. Like, she doesn't have to wear makeup to be pretty. She is literally Stunalina.
I love
So
it.
I think those two queens are definitely my top two idols, if you would say that. Yes.
How about you, Amethyst? Who inspires you?
Oh my goodness, who inspires me? My friends inspire me. I'm inspired by nature. I'm inspired by movies and music. Obviously, everybody knows my number one is Sabrina White, Miss Gay America 2002, and Miss Gay United States 2020. She's definitely my biggest drag inspiration. I've known her for 2 decades, and she still gives me butterflies. So it's and her birthday was February 5th. So happy birthday, sister! Love you. I'm actually a sister of Sabrina White, which just tickles my tummy so much. I love it. She's a former Miss Gay Maryland, America as well in 1995. So yeah, I find inspiration in everything and everyone. I think that everything we're surrounded by gives a source of inspiration in some sort of way, and it's important for us to acknowledge that and recognize that and appreciate all of that and take it upon ourselves. So everything is everything and everyone is everyone. We're all a part of each other. That's truly how I feel. So what about you, sister?
It's funny you say that. Like, my brain went on a tangent. By the way, I stepped away for a moment. My nose started to bleed. So I figured no one was entitled to seeing that. Sorry.
That's what they came for.
Yeah, I'm very susceptible to nosebleeds when my nose runs. So
Oh,
you're
hey.
welcome, everyone. I didn't want you to see that disgusting mess. But it's funny you mentioned like we are all the same. A friend of mine had she told us a story on her idea of reincarnation. Whether it's true or not, none of us will know until we pass. So her theory on reincarnation is very much imagine having a jar of pennies. Take 10 pennies out. That is who you are. That is your life. That is your existence. You pass away. Throw those pennies back in, shuffle it again, pick out 10 more. Those are the next person. So we all kind of have bits and pieces of each other, but we all don't have the exact same experience. That's why multiple people can remember being the same person.
I like that.
I'm like, that's interesting.
I like that a lot.
Yep. Who inspires me? Cartoons. Obviously, I love cartoons. I really do. My drag is very cartoony. It's funny. I recently did a Game of Thrones show, and I was Daenerys and I was Sansa, and I was like, I had to dial back and kind of look like a real woman, and that's not my typical aesthetic. But you know what? You know, when the gig has a theme, you do the theme.
That's right. Commitment.
And I had an amazing time. Dragon Distillery, thank you. I've got lemon meringue moonshine in my basement.
Yeah.
I'll be over.
Yeah.
All right, it's so good. It's so dangerous because it doesn't taste like alcohol. We did get a lot of comments here. A lot of people saying, Ava, you look like Iggy Azalea.
Oh my god, I do that all the time. It's so
Yeah.
Go
also
with it,
got, Cardi B.
Okay.
Right? I think we answered that one already. We answered that one already. From Alizé La Diamond, Ava, how did you get your first show ever?
So I heard about this drag show in town that was going on, and I went to the show, and I was like, you know what, I think I want to do that. I think I can do that. And I had my name together, and it was perfect timing. It just, I'm telling you, I was just born to do it. And then I reached out to Chastity Vane because I knew she was the one who did it, because she was the host on social media, and you know, I just reached out, and she was like, yeah, I can have you as a spotlight. And I was there. I looked absolutely disgusting for my first show, which it was
Rite of passage.
inevitable. Yeah. And here we are today. And she's my drag mother. So yeah.
Look at it. I love it.
I know, look at me. It gives you.
You so fancy, girl. You so fancy.
I'm so fancy, honey.
How about you, SEDUSA? How did you get your first gig?
I know why Alizé asked that question because it was from Alizé.
She slept with the
I literally got my first gig from Alizé. It was in New York at the Hanson Cab. And girl, that was there was so much people. I'm that person that I get very anxious when, like, as soon as I see the crowd, I'm like, do I still want to do this? But when I hit the stage, it's completely gone and I go to town.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, she gave me my first gig actually for my 19th, I think it was my 19th birthday. Or it was 19th or 20th birthday. She gave it to me. I met her, we started talking when we worked at Walmart together actually. So yeah.
I love that.
That's amazing.
That's my kid.
She actually became my drag mother for a little bit, and then we had a falling out. But now we're back at it, and I feel like our friendship is a lot stronger than it was before.
Sometimes that needs to happen, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's okay.
Like, I've had falling outs with performers that, like, I thought I would never speak to again, and now, like, if they need anything, they can call me right up, and I will be at their house.
You gotta help your sisters out. It's just a thing. We're all in this industry.
Exactly. How about you, Amethyst? How did you book your first gig?
How did I book my first gig? So I guess my high school best friend's father, his best friend, was a part of the Washington Academy of Arts in Washington, D.C. back in late 90s. And I went down to see a show because they were on Sundays at a place called Club 55 in Southeast DC. It was a strip club normally, but on Sundays we did drag. And yes, the pole was still on the stage. It was very slippery. Um, but yeah, that's where I started doing drag at a strip club. But I started in the late 90s. He invited me down to a show. I was fascinated by the glamour, and it wasn't just drag, which is why I thought it was so appealing. It was male performers, it was female performers, it was trans performers and drag performers. It was everybody in between. It wasn't just drag oriented. And I said, you know what? I think it'd be really cool to try this. I kind of have an interest in this. RuPaul had just hit the scene probably 4 or 5 years prior, and supermodel was a thing all over the place. So. Yeah, it was like they were like, "Come back next week. We'll get you all dressed up." And I performed "Snapshot" by RuPaul for the very first time in probably October of 1999, I believe it was. Um, yeah, and just fell in love from day one. I was a natural from day one. Yep, I remember thinking to myself, I said, "This is it. Don't fuck it up." So, and here I am. Yeah, the person who. My best friend's father's best friend. He was one of the performers down there. His stage name was Richie Rich Diamond. So that's where I get Diamond from. And after that show, we went outside and they said, "So what's your name going to be, honey?" And I said, "Well, my birthstone's Amethyst." And they were like, "Great. And your eyes are green. You can be Amethyst, Emerald, Diamond. There you go." And $80,000 later, here we are.
Estee Lauderdale just said Amethyst didn't book that gig. She clay tableted that gig.
Fuck off, Estee.
Sounds accurate.
I love it.
I was watching Final Night of America with Estee Lauderdale, and it was so much fun.
Were you? I love that. I can't wait. We're going to talk all things America, post America next episode. So
that's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait. That's going to be a long show.
Speaking of Estee Lauderdale, her question is next. Has Drag Race encouraged you, discouraged you, or does it not affect you? Who wants to answer that one first?
I'll go. Why not?
Go for it.
I would say that it encourages me. Seeing some of these outfits that these queens are wearing, and me knowing that I have the creativity, I've been getting told a lot lately that I underestimate my creativity. And I'm not going to agree nor disagree with that statement. But seeing some of these things that these queens wear, I'm like, I could easily make that. I'm like, I would just step my cookies up with the different like fabrics and what I use to make it. Get me some trims. But yeah, it just encourages me with my designs to get a little more advanced level. And that's what's helping me build my drag. Because when I see something I'm like, okay, getting the fabric now is going in my size. But
that's a good thing too, because there's a lot of entertainers out there, or I'm sorry, not entertainers, but fabricators of drag costumes that won't make things of a certain size, which is a shame. True. So that could be your selling point. If you start making things for big girls, baby, let me tell you something. You probably already know. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of big girls out there who some costume designers won't design for, or they'll charge an astronomical extra price for it. And sure, I'm sure there's a market price for everything, but yeah, if you market yourself to big girls, I think you would really you would really have success.
See, and I tried that before. Like, I tried doing the majority of my costumes big girl costumes, but then it was like, why isn't there no small girl costumes? Why isn't there like no medium-sized costumes? And I'm just like, I went to fashion design school specifically for plus size women. And the majority of my family is plus size. That's why I went. So, and me being a plus size queen, heck, I make out all the time, especially like what I'm wearing now. But like, so I really like branched out with sizes now. So I don't really particularly gear towards one size anymore.
Good.
But yeah.
Oh, well, and it's funny, like the statement that, like, why don't you make anything for, skinny girls? That kind of has that same energy of, when are white men going to have a chance to do something?
Gross.
All of history. Like, when are straight men going to have their chance to shine? Hello.
Oh, don't give me that. Oh, Lord.
It's that. It's very that. I want to point out a funny comment that was just made by my incredible husband. It's funny to me that SEDUSA and Ava are wearing similar hair in red and pink, and the two outfits behind SEDUSA are the matching colors on the matching sides.
Fun. I just wanted to be in, Valentine's Day festive.
That's exactly right. Alize gave me the idea of doing this on my mannequins. So I was like, I kind of envisioned doing that to begin with, but she's like picking out the outfits, and I'm like, yes, we're doing it.
She's a smart girl. She has a wonderful mother.
Accurate. Estee Lauderdale just posted, "Where's my skinny pride parade, girl? It's called the runway." To be followed up with Derek saying a straight pride parade is just called traffic.
I love that. Please put that. Please put that on a t-shirt.
Right.
I'd buy that t-shirt in multiple colors.
Yes.
He's down there having his best living his best life. Hiding in plain sight would like to know, if you found a genie lamp and were given 3 drag-related wishes, what would they be? Ava, you do that one first.
Okay, I know exactly what they would be too. It's only 3, right?
Just 3.
Okay, well, the first one would be to wish for more. No, I'm just kidding. I would say the first one would be to literally just like be able to snap my fingers and just put a full face of makeup on. Would be 1.
Same.
Number 2, I guess, would be like just to snap my fingers and have body on too, because it takes forever to take this thing off.
Literally.
And I would say number 3 would be, actually no, I take the second one back, and I would say respect from the community a little more or less, because there's some people that just don't take you seriously as a smaller drag queen. They're like, oh, you still have time to learn, like you're not gonna do this yet, sorry. But there's others will be like so open to it, like, oh yes, please, I want you to learn. So that would be my second. But my third one would be, what would my third one be? I think I want to say it would be to get a big platform. That would, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah.
SEDUSA, same question.
She literally said one of mine, but she took it back, so I'm gonna say it.
Ooh.
Putting on body, because, girl, look at me. I'm fat. You know that takes the breath out. Every layer that goes on. I'll be like, where's the inhaler? So definitely putting on the hip pads. Automatically snap the fingers. Let's go.
Bam.
Oh my gosh. Having people not underestimate me when I go on stage.
Very that.
I'm starting to be known for doing flips and I'm a big girl. So like, don't underestimate anything. And I can be a little dancey. I can be a little sexy. Well, I am sexy when I dance. Wear lingerie, let's be honest. But my little pussy. But
Oh my
let's
Girl.
My third one, me imagining a wig and then have it automatically at my doorstep.
Oh. Instant delivery.
Mm-hmm. You literally picture it in your head, shows up exactly like you pictured it.
I like that.
Like a sketchbook, and then you could just like draw it, and then it would
Yes.
be there. Costumes too, nails.
Yeah.
Ooh, you just gave me one of mine.
Oh my
Mine
God.
would be when I order a wig, it doesn't flatten ever.
Mm.
I've ordered some big hair, and over time they've all just. I want those bitches to stay. I'm going to argue one of yours, SEDUSA. I want people to underestimate me. Because I want to show them.
Oh, yes, honey. Yes.
Jade's in her 40s. What's she going to do? I'm going to pop out a cartwheel into a split. That's what I'm going to do. So, mwah. I was going to do the thing, and then I was like, nope, don't create suction. That's a bad idea.
No suction.
The only suction. Never mind.
Listen.
No.
Oh, God, girl.
I am suffering right now. But
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry.
what would my third one be? No, I'm right there. Body instantly goes on.
Yeah.
I don't mind playing with my makeup. It's not my passion. It's not my love. But putting on body, I'm like, can that just be done? Can we just get over that? How about you, Amethyst? 3 wishes.
3 wishes for drag, right?
Yep.
I wish that everyone would have the common sense to respect each other's art. I wish that everybody had access to the same materials and the same access to beaded gowns, to wigs, to costumes. I wish that everybody was on the same playing level so that we could just showcase our actual raw talent and not how much money we have. And I wish that we were viewed by the communities as superheroes.
Oh my God, yeah.
And as the good people and good-hearted people that we actually are. So yeah, they would be my 3 wishes.
I like those.
I like villain though.
Yeah.
Villains are so much more fun.
True. But they get in more trouble.
Yeah.
Hayden would like to know, how do you see your drag connecting with your other personal, professional, and or advocacy aspirations? Actually, I'm going to throw this to Amethyst first.
How do I see my drag connecting with my personal, professional, and advocacy aspirations? Drag connects to me personally because it is an expression of my art. It's an expression of a facet of who I am artistically and as an entertainer. Amethyst Diamond is an embodiment of so many ideas that Dustin has that Dustin can't showcase comfortably on a regular basis. So drag gives me an outlet to be somebody that I am not overly comfortable being out of drag. Now, to counteract that, I have since become accustomed to doing so. But being Amethyst has allowed me the confidence to stand in front of hundreds of people and entertain them and tell them a story and be successful about it and change their opinions of what they think drag is or used to be or was. What was the rest of that question? It was professional, personally, professionally,
and your advocacy.
My advocacy, if the blessings I've received being a drag entertainer are exponential, and for me not to give back is not my character. It's not who I will be known as. It's not my legacy. For me not to give back to my communities and be a person in the eyes of the community as someone who stands up for the rights of others and the respect of others and for everybody's common ground would just be a disservice to who I am as a human being. So the fact that I can use this as a platform for good, the fact that I can change the world by putting these lashes on, um, it's empowering, and it's my duty as somebody in this world to do so. So I think that's my answer. Yeah.
I like that. How about you, Ava?
What was the question again?
See, it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's
A
a lot.
question with a lot of contents in it.
It does. How? And of course, I didn't save it. Where did it go?
That
How
girl.
would you use your drag? There it is. Let me just start that again. How do you see your drag connecting with your other personal, professional, and/or advocacy aspirations?
I think drag, just like what Amethyst said, it just helps you help your just original. I don't want to say original because like you are the drag person. It just helps evolve you as a human being. It really does. Like you can do stuff in drag necessarily that you wouldn't do as your regular self. And
Right.
I definitely like I would not have the confidence I have today if I didn't do drag. I mean, it takes confidence to do it, but when you put all this on, you're not necessarily the same person anymore. I mean, you look completely different. So that in itself is just like, yeah. And I think I really do love the fact that I can just be like I don't know how to say it. Like just a really good person to people, and it makes you connect with a whole bunch of other people. So you understand the people's stories, and that helps you too. I really do love that. And you can share those stories too.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily have to say their names.
Exactly.
Exactly. SEDUSA.
That was a really good question.
Mhm.
Everybody knows already, but I do my little business. Obviously, as you can tell in the background. Personally, I was told, and I'm going to give credits to where credits are due. Alize has been telling me I am my own billboard. So when I make costumes, I need to wear what I make to show people, like, hey, I don't just do drag. This is literally who I am as a person. I own a business outside of drag,
Right.
specifically for entertainers.
It's a good business to be in.
Yep. I actually just saw on Instagram today a company has started recreating Abraham Levy's corsets. And they advertised one, and people were just like, no, that's someone's style. That's a very distinct style. So, and it's a very well-known company that has done it. So that might have hurt them because they're
Oh,
advertising it as get your drag corset. And everyone's like, no.
No.
Exactly.
Oh,
No.
that's also how we get like better things. Competition is key, honey.
Yeah. Like,
Copying is not competition.
yeah, copying is not, because this is exactly his pattern. And I'm like, no, that's not cute. Unless he was working with them. Like, I'm waiting to see more on the story, because if he was working with them, that's different. I don't think that's the case, though.
Literally, being inspired by something versus copying it are two completely different things.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You need to change it up and make it your own. You can't be like doing like down to every single nitty gritty detail, down to the stitching, down to the fabric it's made out of. Make it your own. Use a different color. Like use different something.
Something. It's okay. It's okay to take inspiration from other looks and other designers, but do not copy somebody else's look
Like,
ever. It's not
speaking
good.
of, I have mine right here.
There it
Legit
is.
came down to the points were exactly the same. It's like they took one of his, made a pattern, and we're like, we're going to do it now too.
Oh wow.
I do want to commission them to make me something like that.
They're
Yeah. Another
so
another good corset maker is Brandon Bermudez.
yes.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, boyfriend. Thank you for watching. My boyfriend's watching. Hi, Russell. How you doing? I see you. Don't think I
No,
don't
you
see
don't.
you. I know you move.
Well, all my boyfriends are watching. So no, I'm just
All
kidding.
No,
my boyfriends
she's
are watching.
multitasking.
What up, sugar daddies? Ow.
Let's not do that.
Chase, the incredible DJ Chase, would like to know what is or would be your catchphrase. I have mine. I'm phasing mine out because I don't gravitate to it anymore. It's Devere with a big D and a big V.
She has two big parts.
It's true. And I don't gravitate to it anymore because like it's cheeky and funny, but I don't meh,
Yeah, same with
meh.
mine.
I'm not feeling it anymore.
Yeah, when I had one, like when I first started, I was like, I need a catchphrase. That's part of the brand. And mine was, I guess it kind of still is, but it's ain't nothing average about Miss Ava Rage. But
Okay.
I don't really use it anymore.
I don't really
I
have
think
one.
I don't know. I think mine would be, if I had one, it would be, "Hi, my name's Sedusa, and don't let these thick thighs fool you."
I like that. I think I know what would be Sedusa.
What?
I think it would be like seduce some more stuff. Like I don't know, something like that. Like
Ooh, yeah.
something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have one. I don't have. Nope.
You have gimmicks like your diamond mine.
Right. Right.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I have my diamond mine for sure, and they're not flaws; they're facets. You know what I mean? So things like that. Yeah,
Yeah, like
things done or
my
gemstone oriented. Yeah.
like my fans, my ragers.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's part of the brand. You got to figure it out.
Absolutely.
My brain just went, what would the fans of Inside the Drag Closet be? The closet cases. No, we're not doing that. No, that's not.
No, that's kind of
The closet cases, I love
kinda
I
that.
take
thought
it
of
back.
one, but I'm just like,
Nope. All right,
let's
next
Sedusa.
question. If you had all the money in the world, what would be your dream project? Sedusa, you got excited about that question. Go for it, girl.
I always had the concept of, for my next pageant, coming out in this full-on cocoon. I have a thing for butterflies. Butterflies are a really good representation of LGBTQ because they go their own way. They come in multiple colors. Um, but yeah, coming out in this giant chrysalis cocoon contraption and then opening up and blossoming into this giant ass butterfly with these huge wings, fully decked out in Swarovskis. But
And what
yeah,
kind?
definitely
You say
something big
Swarovski
and
girl?
grand.
Yeah.
I love that. Ava, same
Love-
question.
Hmm. I would think I would take the money and I would go on tour with my drag family, just all around the world.
Oh,
That'd
that's
be
fun.
so cool. That'd be
Right?
awesome.
That would be cute.
That would be cool. Oh my God, I would love that too. Doing a
Right?
tour,
Oh my god, I would love that. And
like
then
an international drag tour.
have a special guest every city we're in, drag queen, because you gotta know your start.
Yep. That's
Oh yeah.
fun. How about you, Amethyst?
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I had all the money in the world.
She's thinking of a world tour now too.
Oh, I would
He's
love to get an RV or a huge bus and travel the country doing shows. That would be so cool.
I would love
That
that.
would be cool. Yeah, I'd have to say that's what I would do. I would travel the whole country, just get a bus and grab my best sisters and just go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same. We would
Yeah.
do the Inside the Drag Closet tour.
Yes.
But
There would be performances, there would be Q&A, it would be fun. Like,
guest spots from other guests that have been on the show from all across the country. Oh, that'd be so much fun.
yep.
Isn't a tour just like perfect?
It is. Oh my God, that's such a good answer. Ooh. This
You've
next
got to take-
question hits deep, and I like this one.
Oh,
Dakota Michaels would like to know, what was the initial point where you felt like a true drag performer?
that's a very, very, very good question.
Ava, you had a good reaction to that.
I would say your true drag performer, like when the moment you feel that way is when you humble yourself. Like when your wig comes off, or when you fall, or when you trip. That's the number one moment, because you're like, well, yeah, mistakes do happen, but I got right back up and did it.
Nice.
That's the initial one right there. That's exactly what came to mind.
SEDUSA, same question.
This is kind of a hard question for me. Like I think I'm gonna say when I had my moment where I came out in something that people weren't expecting me to come out in, especially when I started to travel. And some of the songs that I performed that people were like, "Oh," like when I did my very first flip, everybody went nuts. They were like, "Where was this when you first started?" I'm like, "I always had it. I just never felt confident enough to do it."
right.
Like, there's some times where I'm just like, I picture myself falling or falling flat on my face, almost like pulling an amethyst diamond. Did I say that?
I'm going to kill
Funk.
you.
You then cut up all your wigs.
Girl.
She gonna piss
Just
in
let me just
too.
go ask that dugout.
Oh.
They put up a plaque now.
But yeah, like, I mean, yes, I've
Yeah.
fell plenty of times already. I just call it, I'm pulling an amethyst diamond. That's usually what I say.
Damn.
So yeah.
She'll remember that next time you want to come back on.
Don't worry, she'll shade me later.
Valid.
I'm waiting for it.
I'm a very patient woman. I'm a very patient woman.
Playing the long game.
Gotta think about it.
How about you, Amethyst?
What about me? What's going on? What's happening?
When do you feel you became a true drag performer?
Oh, God. It's I don't know. It's hard to say because, when you first start doing drag, everybody's like, oh, you're fierce, you're this, you're that, you're the third. And then you look back 20 years later at those pictures and be like, all of you were lying. So, it took me a while, to really hone in on my makeup skills to where I didn't see me in the mirror anymore. And I think a lot of new entertainers, and when you first start doing drag, you still look in the mirror and you're like, I can still see myself. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I've been doing it so long. I started winning titles right after I turned 21. So I think that validation started early for me. And honestly, it wasn't until 3 years ago when I decided to quit my 9 to 5 and do this as a full-time gig that validation really came into play, because I took a gamble with my life and my bills and my finances and things like that. And to take that leap of faith and jump into this as a career is some of the biggest validation you will ever get. Because I'm more successful now than I have ever been. I'm more financially secure than I've ever been, and I do drag as a living. To really embrace that and know that you do that for a living is very humbling and really offers that validation that I think a lot of us are looking for. So while my personal validation was early in my 20s, my definite validation has been in the past 3 years, and I'll be 43 in 2 weeks. So
Nice.
You can never stop growing. This is something that you can carry into decades. You know, you constantly evolve, and that's the important part of this.
Well, I know I can never stop growing. Look.
And,
Ah.
and you haven't stopped growing since I've met you.
I
Ah!
walked myself into that one.
You
Sure
did. Thank you very much. Please stay for dinner.
What I have.
Amethyst
You.
makes a very good point though. Like the moment I felt like I've made it was in my first year doing nightlife drag, and I became Miss Central Pennsylvania Pride. And that was now 11 years ago. And I was just like, huh. I got the acceptance and I got the validation, but every year it's just kind of a new, what's the next challenge? What's the next thing? And you know, just like Amethyst, this is my career. This is my
Right.
job. So
It is
it's a
possible.
whole new ball game, basically.
You know,
It is.
I think I would take my answer back and definitely say validation, because like now that you bring that up, like it's very pivotal to me. Like I remember going to Hagerstown Pride for the first time, not even like seeing a drag queen, nothing, being so new to this whole culture of like just freaking gay people, and the LGBTQ plus community, and I was like, oh wow. And then like a few years later, I'm the one on the stage. Like that was, I think, yeah, I would definitely change my answer to that. That was crazy.
Aw, that's
And
awesome.
it's great that because that's where you and I met, Ava, was last year at Hagerstown Pride.
Yes, that's
You know what I
right.
mean? And we were working with Coco Montrese from Drag Race
Yes.
and Angina. So your introduction into your performance, you know, has been surrounded by some big name people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you carried yourself well. You performed excellently. So, you know, kudos to you for paying attention and learning and applying it. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, thank you.
So technically speaking, we have 3 minutes left, but we've got 8 more questions. So are you both cool with going a little bit over?
Yeah.
Round robin, round robin.
All right, we're gonna hit these quick. Hayden would like to know, SEDUSA, you said you identify as trans non-binary. How do you see your drag persona and your drag or your everyday person dovetailing with and or diverging from each other?
Holy crap.
A lot.
Damn.
They went for it.
I feel like I'm the same person through and through. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like
Good.
I want to drag 24/7. I'm not even gonna lie. When I am doing a show, I don't feel like getting out of full geesh after a show. I don't even want to take my hip pads off. People yell at me like, "Take your hip pads off." I'm like, "No, we're going out. I'm still giving the full fantasy." I feel like I'm the same person through and through. I'm outgoing. I'm very energetic, unless you get me a little drunk, because that, yikes.
She can't have Long Island's in state college. She cannot drink Long Island's in state college. You thought I didn't know. Oh, you thought I was over here
The
sleeping.
videos? Did you see the videos, girl? The videos tell.
I've seen all of it, honey. I got you.
I don't think it was Long Island's. It was a blue Hawaiian. Get it right.
It's something that you should not have been drinking 18 of. That's
It
why.
tastes like juice.
Yes, that's what they say about
And
it
I
too,
only
but
had
it's not.
I had 9 shots of pink Starbursts, and then I had 3 of the blue Hawaiians.
Oh
Oh
my
my gosh.
that's popping in.
Ooh.
Yeah, that one, Lonnie. Lonnie told me all about it. Alize told me all about it, baby.
I can't.
With friends like these.
Bring me your tea. I have the pitcher big enough, okay?
And don't worry, I'll drink it.
Yeah, you will.
Lola has a beautiful question here. How do you find inspiration when you're uninspired?
That's a very good question.
I listen to music.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yeah. Invoke the things that you love that make you happy, like music, like food, like family, like movies, like friends. It doesn't have to necessarily be about fashion or drag or jewelry or hair or costumes. Inspiration can come from anywhere and inspire your character and your drag. So yes, anything that makes you happy, anything that makes you smile, a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, your favorite food, things like that. You can find inspiration anywhere, and you should.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Yeah.
Ava or Sedusa, anything to add to that?
I mean, I would just say, for me at least, I like to sketch. I love art. I love sketching, and just that right there in itself. If you just get me with pens and paper, what comes out of my brain, that's where my inspiration comes up from. Just
I
let me
feel
laugh.
that. I feel
Yeah, you
that.
can get from anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah.
I sketch it and then I cut it out, kind of situation.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what we need to do mentally as artists as well. We need to visually sketch out our ideas. You know what I mean? We need to picture it, and then we need to apply
Agreed.
it.
Yeah.
It's
Agreed.
literally like if you like spicy food, maybe that inspires you to do something a little bit more upbeat in your music. Do something fun with your hair. Put a brighter color on your face. You know what I mean? Try something new. Mess it up. Get funky. You know what I mean? You have to make mistakes in order to grow, and you'll find that those mistakes weren't mistakes at all.
You
So
have,
yeah, fuck it up. Go out there
yeah,
and fuck it up.
you have to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. Like that's
That
it.
part.
That
There is
right there.
perfection in imperfection. Nothing's perfect. You know what is perfect? Imperfection.
Yep. Alizé's got
Next.
a question here. What was the first piece of drag you ever bought yourself?
God,
What did I?
that was like 100 years ago. Jesus Christ.
Same.
I'll probably be giving it to you in the next 10 minutes. The
know.
first drag. Wow. I don't know.
Oh,
What is that?
Sedusa, did you get yours?
Throw it out.
I got this from Hot Topic. Cute little like skater skirt with suspenders, but this was the very first thing I've ever made myself. This is the very first outfit I've worn for my very first performance.
I love that.
That's
And it doesn't
awesome.
even match.
Yeah, I don't know what mine was. I think it was a wig, probably, or nails, or makeup.
I mean, I'm sure it was makeup. It had to be makeup.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't
It had to be makeup. Probably from Walmart. Yeah.
say that.
God
Drugstore,
bless it.
drugstore.
God. And my little caboodle. Oh God. All my jewelry used to fit in like this tiny little ball. Bless its heart. Oh, thank God for growth.
Mine was heels.
Was it
When
heels?
when I was in college for my theater costuming class, we had to
Yeah.
do a costume from a Broadway show, and it was 1997. If it didn't have Rent in the title, I just didn't care. So I
Didn't care.
made Angel's whole outfit, but I wasn't going to make heels, so I bought heels in New York. Couldn't walk in them to save my life.
I remember going to New York when my daughter Sanika and her husband were going to see Aida on Broadway. This was circa 2002. And I remember walking around New York while they went to see Broadway because I had zero interest. I was 22 years old. I was like, I don't care what you're going to see. I'm going to go get lost in New York City as a 22-year-old. That was smart. That was the time of my life. But I remember seeing all the little crystal, like the little crystal diamond shapes with all the little diamonds in it, and thinking that was gigantic. Girl, please. Um, like some of those early memories are so fond to me because they are literally the foundation of who I am today, and I will never forget those times. So, Sedusa and Ava, live in your moment. Live in this moment and look around and acknowledge where you are and who you are as a person at the age you are today. Because I promise you, in 5 years, you're going to look back and you're going to laugh and you're going to love that person. But the person you will become is going to be a monster in this industry. I'll be in a nursing home by then, so just come feed me my
I'll,
pudding
I'll
well,
say
every
I'll
now
make sure to put the new tennis balls on your walker as well.
and then. Please do change my diaper, all that stuff. but
Ew.
I will be applauding you.
And you said, and you'll be a monster, so that means I'll keep the same makeup that I'm wearing right now.
Right, because you like to sleep in your makeup, sweetheart, and it shows.
Oh,
So,
I do not sleep in my makeup at all, baby. Mm-mm. Girl, I'm a tosser and I'm a turner. Absolutely not.
oh yeah, they like to sleep in their makeup these days. Uh-huh.
Mm-mm.
So
I
anyway,
know.
the next question we have here.
Yeah, one girl.
This is another doozy. Ephraim would like to know, to all of us, if you ever decided to complete your drag career, what would you love to accomplish before that moment comes? Win a specific title, compete in a desired competition, or see a person you'd love to meet or work with?
Complete our drag career, as in retire from it.
I think so.
I don't think
I
I
mean,
ever. Once you
go ahead.
start, stop. Like it's kind of that
Yeah,
deal. For me, like I don't know about you guys, but I never want to stop doing it because this is what I was born to do. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how uncomfortable I get, I still want to do it. I still have a passion for it. Yeah, I don't think I could ever do anything to give it up.
I like that.
right. It evolves. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Whether you're behind the scenes or you are a drag queen or you're a former drag queen or you used to do it or you're a choreographer, a dancer, a makeup artist, there's some aspect of drag that we all do at some point in our lives. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Whether it's this or something completely different. And I remember our 5-year plan question that we had a little bit ago. I don't know that I answered that, but in 5 years, I definitely am confident in knowing that I will be a Miss Gay America by that time. Um, and I want to have that national recognition so that I can use it for the betterment of everyone else and for my sisters. You know what I mean? I want to be that beacon of light and hope that people need. You know, that source of inspiration, that source of love. Um, so that's my answer for that.
I like that. I want to do a one-woman show. I've been working
Yes,
on it for a
Are you
while.
working on that?
What?
you should.
Are you working on that?
I have been working on it for a long time, and every time I make a little bit of progress, something pops up that takes my attention away. I need to get it done. Um, I
Get it
was
done, but
hopefully going to do a version of it at the New Jersey Ren Fair, but then my job title changed, and I'm like, I am not the priority right now. My priority is our cast. So I'm putting that on the back burner for now. Not saying it's never going to happen, but it's not happening this year. And I have some fun ideas for it. I'm calling
yeah,
it England's Leading Lady.
yes.
A whole story of a man who played women in England.
Ooh.
Yep. It's ridiculous. I have found I went down a YouTube black hole called Bardcore, which is popular music set to an Elizabethan tune. Let me tell you, you've never experienced Dolly Parton's Jolene until you hear it to a hammered dulcimer.
You gotta send me
Or,
that. I'm curious
I
to
or
see.
will.
Nicki Minaj. Or Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
Or Nicki Minaj.
Miss
Um,
Louise. Yes.
I found a copy of Wet Ass Pussy.
Ah!
Ooh, she said the P word.
Oh, yeah.
My little pussy.
Little
Oh,
pussy.
come on, Puss. Come on, Miss.
How about you, Sedusa? Any goals before the old retirement?
See, I'm a very tasteful. I don't do sexy. I don't do anything like that. Uh oh. All three of your faces right now. I can't.
We're like,
I should have screenshotted that. But no, if I were ever to quit drag before quitting, I think I would like to collaborate with a well-known drag designer to do a duo capsule collection. Like,
Ooh.
I'm talking either Jeffrey Kelly or VS Designs.
Mm.
Nice.
I absolutely love the strappy details, all the hardware. Um but I would love to collaborate on a design or a couple looks, doing a little capsule collection.
I would love that too. And I love Valeria Sparks' work. And I also love, who else did you say?
Jeffrey Kelly.
Jeffrey Kelly Abbas. Yes. Two great designers. Absolutely. I will say that strappy D-ring chap look is being way overdone. So yes,
I
somebody
agree.
needs to do that
I,
and evolve it. It needs to be evolved now. We've seen it on
gowns.
everybody.
I'm thinking gowns.
Sure.
Oh, gowns.
Like BDSM, leather.
Sure.
May I throw an idea out there?
Yes.
Mm.
Gowns with bolero jackets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just because that's on my bucket list, I want like an opulent bolero jacket with just a sleek gown. Throwing that into the universe.
Some big ugly ass shoulders on the bolero jacket.
That.
And then
The
halter top.
obnoxious, goofy.
Yeah.
I want shoulder pads you can see from space. All right, we have 4 more questions.
And yes, Lonnie, we know you like the D and the D rings. We're aware. It's okay.
Girl.
Derek would like to know, if you could only wear one color in drag for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Clear. The number 2.
Yep. Googleplex.
No, I don't think I could wear like another color. Like, no. If had to, it would probably be red.
Red.
Yeah.
You'd think for me it'd be purple, but it's not. It's it would be sapphire blue.
That's
or yellow.
not-
God, that's hard. Yellow. I'm going with yellow. Yellow.
Mine's definitely blue. You can ask all the queens I perform with. I wear a lot of like royal blue.
Mine's orange.
Oh, really?
I just love orange. Like a bright, sunny orange.
Okay. I don't
just like amethyst. Everyone would probably assume I would wear purple, but nope.
No, I know you'd be orange. You'd definitely be orange. Absolutely.
Tracy Turned Bad would like to know, what is your favorite part of drag and what inspires you to continue you being who you are?
That answer is one and the same.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. No. Okay. That answer is the same for me. What inspires my drag? Is that what it was? Or I'm sorry. Put that up again.
What's your favorite part of your drag and what inspires you to continue being who you are?
My favorite part of drag is the fact that I inspire other people. So that's a one answer question for me. The fact that I can do this and inspire other people also in return inspires me to keep going. So that's yep. I do what I love for people who love what I do. That's a quote from Ada Vox. So yes, and I carry myself that way wholeheartedly. I do what I love for people who love what I do, and as long as people keep loving what I do, I still get to do what I love. So it's a win-win.
Sorry, comment on the favorite color. Callie Couture just popped in. Mine is fluorescent beige.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Our Miss Gay Pennsylvania, everybody.
Hey, Miss Gay PA in the house.
SEDUSA, what inspires you? What keeps you going?
That's a good question.
Right?
The D.
The jerk.
Well,
she's not saying no.
She's not lying.
But she's thinking yes.
Yes, queen.
The daddy's at the show, girl.
Well,
Amethyst isn't wrong though. No,
Alize says Wendy's and 50 cents.
Family.
I have to pee so bad.
I know.
You know what Alize? You see that costume in the background?
Burn it.
That's mine now.
Yeah, I'd
It's
say
the
definitely my
good
drag family.
one.
Because my drag family, I consider my old drag family to still kind of be my drag family. Because they still teach me a lot,
Good.
even though I'm part of that family.
I like that. How about you, Ava?
Mine's the audience, 100%.
I love that.
Of the most. Connecting with
Yep.
people just is my favorite part of it, I think. Like,
I really love
I love it. It just keeps me going. Listening to people, everyone is just so different in their own way. And I just love it. I love it so much. And, you know,
That's really more than money.
yeah, it really is, to be honest. Like, my favorite part of my shows when I do a show is that, yes, I'm going to give you dance moves. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to give you that. But I'm also going to go to almost every single person and have you be like, oh, yes, I remember when she was in front of me.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Right.
at its core.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah.
Me too.
All right, we got 2 more questions here.
Do it.
Hayden would like to know, what info would you want from your future self now, if you could?
Like my future from here now?
Yeah.
Like what info would I like from my future self?
Oh, I know mine. I know exactly what I would say.
Go for it.
Go for it.
I would say, who should I watch out for?
Ooh.
Oh, who's fake?
Who's going to
Okay.
be the problem?
Yes, who's going to be an issue? Oh, she is ready. She's like,
Amy's having some
That would-
thoughts.
That would
I
definitely
have.
play with mine.
What'd you say?
You're
I
having
said
some
that.
thoughts.
I said
I am
that would
having. Oh, I thought SEDUSA had an answer. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I said she was playing like that would play with my answer as well. What Ava said. Like, who would your truest friend be? Kind of situation. Like, who can you trust the most?
yeah.
I like that.
That is a factor. We all wonder who was actually truly in our circle. Um, for me, that's never a factor. That is never, ever, ever a factor because no one will ever stand in the way of my dreams and my goals and my aspirations. Um, I know who's in my circle because those in my circle show me why they belong there. Anybody who does not, I acknowledge that's perfectly fine, but the lack thereof tells me their position in my life. You know what I mean? People who are in my circle, I know who are in my circle because they tell me they're in my circle. You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's it's interesting that the two of you, Jade and Ava, say that. So
I think it's because we're so new to the game that, like,
sure,
you don't
sure.
know what everyone's intentions are. You don't really trust everyone. Just getting to know everyone. I think that's
The
why.
people that have the best intention for you are the ones clapping for you, are the ones who support you, are the ones who gives you thumbs up on your posts, the ones who actually reach out to you, the ones who support you at your shows, the ones that leave comments on your posts that are meaningful. Um, yeah, the people that matter most to you show you who they are.
The ones who
They,
reach out.
the ones who reach out to you. Now, mind you, I know that can be difficult because keeping up with my social media is a job in and of itself. It really is. There are some messages that I don't get back to for a couple of weeks, but I get back to them. You know what I mean? Because people matter to me. I wouldn't be as successful as I am if it wasn't for the people who love me and the people who support me and the people who are in my circle and in my inbox. And if for 10 seconds I fall off social media, like, are you okay? You know what I mean? Pain in my ass, but I know who's in my circle.
Mm-hmm.
Undoubtedly. So Yeah, I like that. That's an interesting question.
Yeah. I don't think I would want to know. I want to live in the moment. I don't want it ruined for me. I don't want it spoiled for me.
Right.
If I did, if the opportunity was there, it would be something so vapid. I'd be like, hey, I'm thinking about this dress. Should I get it? Because I don't want the details. I want to have my experience.
And you should live in your own moment. You know what I mean? If you're confident and love who you are as an entertainer, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It really doesn't. It really
Exactly.
love yourself. Be confident in who you are. Do it for you, not
Yeah.
for me or for Jade or for anyone else. Just do it for you. That's the most important thing. If it makes me the happiest when I see other people happy in and of themselves. You know what I mean? A successful relationship, whether it be platonic or personal, is two opposite people celebrating in each other's happinesses. You know what I mean? I don't get my happiness from Jade. Jade doesn't get her happiness from me. But when that bitch is happy, I'm happy because I see her glowing and I see her prospering and I see her being successful and knowing that in some small way I had something to do with that warms my heart. That in return allows me to give that love to other people. You know what I mean? If you do it right, it's right. And what anyone else thinks about you is none of your business or problem.
Exactly.
Very that. Very
I like
that.
that. Jada Sparks just commented, I want to say this was one of the most beautiful episodes I've seen. It gave me Golden Girls being interviewed by Oprah.
Oh,
Well, Jada,
oh,
look underneath your seat
That's
because
right.
everybody gets whatever shit's underneath your seat. I don't know.
Bubble gum and paperclip you got under there. Those batteries you've been looking for the longest time, they're under there too.
Valid.
there you go.
We have
Yeah, 50
one more question. And this question is very specifically for SEDUSA and Ava from Estee Lauderdale. Any tips on getting booked for interactive drag podcasts?
Oh my,
Woo!
Estee Lauderdale, I got you, baby. I'll be in contact in about a half an hour. No worries.
We do have
I
a
got
couple
you, baby.
openings before. I think we have one more in March that is open.
We sure do. We sure
No.
do. I got you, baby.
Yeah, we do. We have one more in March.
We have March 22nd open, so baby, I got you. No worries.
So, since we are reaching the end of our evening, I wanted to take a moment and talk about Derek's helpful drag tip. As
Yes.
everyone out there probably knows, my husband is a show director. Our show just celebrated our 6th anniversary this year. And we realized we had actually been at that venue for 11 years now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
It,
that's a long time.
yeah, it's right now, I think it could conceivably be the longest running. Well, technically we were two different shows, but anyway. So, my husband's helpful drag tip tonight is a nude illusion should live up to the name and appear nude. Visible undergarments are distracting and ruin the illusion. This is another example of why it is important to try on your costume before taking it to a gig. So,
Yeah, yeah, there's nude illusion is nude illusion, and if it's done correctly, there is a proper layer of nude laid on top of another nude mesh, should I say. It's also very important to color match your nude. You know what I mean? We come in all different shapes and colors and sizes, but if you're going to do a nude illusion, it should match your flesh. Your flesh. It's very distracting when nude illusion is a completely opposite color of your legs and your arms. So,
like,
you know,
full disclosure, we were watching a lot of the evening gowns for Miss Gay America, and every once in a while we'd be like, oh, that's beautiful. But the illusion doesn't match your skin.
right.
And it's very distracting.
It is.
I don't want to call anyone out by it, but it happened a couple times. And I was like, oh, you were so close.
You were so close. And the
I
fact that you
actually,
can see the toning and the outline of things, like corsets and panty lines and tight lines and body shaper outlines. Yeah. You have to play these things very carefully.
I actually have a gown in there. It's the gown I competed for Queen of Hope in, and it had a nude back. It had a sheer back, and I was like, "Let me tell you what I'm not capable of doing. That much nudity back there." So
Yeah,
I took
right.
it to a friend of mine who got nude spandex and put a layer of spandex across the back of it. Yeah.
Pee so bad. I gotta pee.
All right.
All right.
Well then, we will. So Amethyst's bladder has a moment. We are going to wrap up our evening. Ava and SEDUSA, you have been an absolute joy to have with us this evening. I want to give everybody a chance to say goodnight to the viewers, and we're going to go ahead and start with Amethyst Diamond.
Absolutely. My sister Jade, I love and respect you more than you could possibly know. The fact that we're still doing this and the fact that we're doing it together means the absolute world to me because I know we're both two very good-hearted individuals who are passionate about what we do. We believe in what we do, and we're a great goddamn team. And I wouldn't want to do it with anybody else. So I love you, my sister. Thank you so much for having me. Sedusa, I admire who you are as an entertainer. I love that we can cut each other up and still respect each other at the end of the day. Keep doing what you're doing. You're onto a good thing. You're only going to get better day by day. So pay attention, listen, take my critiques, even if you don't like them. I've been doing this a long time and I know what I'm talking about and I have the best connections for you. So if there's resources that you need to reach out to, holler at me. I got you. Okay. I love you and thank you for being on the show. Ava Rage. Um, it's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I cannot wait to see your growth. I cannot wait to see where you are a year from now, let alone 5 years from now. You're going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I am here to support you in any way possible. So, to both of you, thank you so much for being on our show. Thank you for making this episode 121 one of our more successful ones. So, we appreciate you. We are here for you. Carry on, my sisters. I love you. To all the viewers out there, thank you for keeping us alive. We love you. Peace. I'll see you next time.
Ava, do you have anything to say to everyone watching?
Yeah, of course. I just want to say, thank you for watching, of course. And you can find me on TikTok, Ava_Rage V. I post Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And Instagram, of course. And, if you need a girl to book, you can book me.
We're going to work on that for you, baby. I promise you. If you're willing to travel, we will find things that you can take
Yeah.
part of.
Got a new car ready.
We got you. Just be patient with us. We got you.
How about you, SEDUSA? Anything to say to the viewers?
No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, everybody who has tuned in to this episode of Inside the Drag Closet. Thank you for asking us questions. You got to know us a little more. But if you want to get to know me a little more, I private message me. I can give you my number. Just kidding. But I have a fiance. But yeah, just thanks for all your support, Jade and Amethyst. It's always a pleasure.
Yes.
And Amethyst, I'll see you Sunday.
Yeah, you will.
And I'll cut your wig.
I love you. I'll see you.
I love shows like this because when you get a certain amount of people who know each other pretty well and can really mess with each other, this is what the backstage experience is like. It's just us cutting on each other the whole time, but at the end of the day, it's all done out of love and all done out of support. Everybody, thank you all for joining us this evening. This was such a delight. SEDUSA, it was so good to reconnect with you, girl. I haven't seen you in a minute. We need to fix that.
Yes.
Jade, we need to show together. Come on.
Yeah. Hello.
There we go.
Ava, I am so excited to see what your drag trajectory becomes because I can see you molding yourself a whole lot of different ways, and I'm very excited. You have so much potential, and I cannot wait to see you just blossom.
Thank you.
And Amethyst was also here. And
we love you, Amethyst.
Amethyst, my sister, it's so good. I'm so proud of you. I want to show off this beautiful piece of work because it's just, I'm so proud of you for that, because I know interview is a category that is near and dear to your heart, and I'm so glad Dextasy saw that in you.
Yeah, me
Um,
too.
I'm so glad the whole United States could see you doing
Yeah.
what you love. To everyone who is watching this evening, thank you all for joining us. Again, our guest in 2 weeks will be the incredible Gia Bianca Stevens, Miss Gay New York. I'm super excited to kiki with her. I am so excited to see all of you again. Don't forget to get your tickets for Divas Down Under. We are having our Spring Spectacular Drag Show on March 3rd. Get your tickets because the last 2 shows have been sold out. So don't wait around because the tickets won't. But I'm going to leave you with this. Everybody go out and be the beauty you would like to see in the world. Good night.
Thank you for joining us on Inside the Drag Closet.